everybody. I'm John Moore. Today we're going to be talking about this concept that I've had kind of in my mind for quite a few years. And it's this idea of people who stutter need to play big in life because the world expects us to play small. And I really believe that too many people who stutter choose to play small in life. We choose not to be outgoing, assertive, and gutsy. Instead, we allow our fears, our insecurities, and low self-worth to dictate our decisions in life. We shrink too much. We cower too often. We choose to live a compromised life. I truly, truly believe this must stop because we who stutter deserve to play big in life. So today, in the time that we have, I want to share what I think are some practical ideas. That's going to be some easy ideas to do so that you can learn and play bigger in life. Also, hopefully, in the process, gain some of the motivation you may need to challenge yourself to play big in life. But you might need to learn a little bit more about me. I'm John Moore. I am a person who stutters. I am a stuttering support group leader. I have been one since 2016. That is in Greenville, South Carolina for the NSA. And I've been pretty involved with the NSA for quite a few years. And surprisingly, as a person who stutters, I have given lots of keynote presentations all over the world. So I love sharing ideas, and I do not let my stutter stop me from being on stage and talking. I do want to do a little exercise here, though. I would love for you to get your phones out. I want you to get out your phones. And when you get the phone out, turn it on. And I want you to turn it on into the camera mode. And I want you, once you're there in that camera mode, I want you to go to the selfie mode. I want you to look at the person that you see in that screen. And I want you to say hello to the inner bully that lives inside of you. This is the person that intimidates you and talks you out of doing big things in life. This is the person you can blame for acting small in this world. That is my inner bully. That is the bully that has bullied me into acting smaller in life far too often. That is the bully that tells me, no, I cannot do certain things in life because of my stutter. And and that's the person here that tells me that I should not play big in life, that I should play small in life. When we play small in life, we do a couple things. We avoid taking risks. We tend to stay in the comfort zone. We don't like to be uncomfortable. We also do not pursue those ambitious goals. And sadly, we stay far too silent in life. We let our stutter stop us from living big in this world because we ultimately fall victim to the why try effect. The why try effect is simply this. Why try to become a doctor? Well, my stutters, patients aren't going to have confidence in me, and I got to say all those polysyllabic words and everything. I can't possibly be a doctor with a stutter. Why try to be a lawyer? Well, they got to be convincing. They got to talk a lot. My stutter, no, I can't do it. Why try to become a pilot? Well, that's a pretty difficult job. And what if I'm not fluent in the cockpit? I can't possibly do that. Why try to become a museum tour guide? Well, despite the fact that I may know more about art history than anyone else, no one on the tour is going to want to listen to a person who stutters. So why try that? The why try effect impacts us professionally as well as personally. Why try dating? Well, because I'm not going to be able to find someone who's going to appreciate me and my stutter. No. So why even try dating? Why try to make the phone when I can just text? Well, sometimes you have to make phone calls. Why try to order inside? Because it's easier. So I'm going to order through the drive-through. No, that's too difficult. Why try to participate on Zoom calls? The why try effect makes us to make decisions to where we act smaller in life. I want us to flip this why try effect to the why not try effect. Playing big means why not try to become a doctor? Why not try to become a lawyer? Why not try to become a pilot? Why not try to become a tour guide? Also, it's why not put myself out there dates? Why not pick up the phone and actually call someone instead of text someone? Why not order through the drive-through? I can do that. And why not why not try participating on a Zoom call? Playing big really begins when we start to view our stutter as a positive. When you play small, you view your stutter as a negative. Stuttering does not define you, but stuttering absolutely shapes you. I'm going to repeat that. Your stutter does not define you, but your stuttering absolutely shapes you into who you are and who you're going to be. To play big, you need to start to realize that how stuttering gives you positives in life. I feel as though I have some stuttering gifts my stutter has given me. I think, and I feel I am a better writer because of my stutter. I think I'm a better listener because of my stutter. My stutter has caused me to want to be a perfectionist in so many ways. So I'm detail oriented. Because I can control that, I have a harder time controlling how I talk, though. I think my stutter has made me more respectful of others. I think my stutter has made me driven to succeed. I feel as though I have to work twice as hard to get half as much because of my stutter. And those trying muscles that I have are pretty darn buff. Also, I think my stutter has given me greater empathy because everyone deals with something in life. So I'm going to share with you 5 ideas on how you can start playing big in this world. First, play big ideas. I want you to identify stuff you're really good at doing. So if you want, you got a piece of paper out and start to write down some stuff. Number 1 is, what do you do better than anyone else you know? You know that you're really good at something. When you compare yourself to your friends, what is something or some things that you do far better than anyone else you know? You can put that down on a piece of paper. You can start it now, but after this talk, you can continue that. You also can go to, what do you know more about than anyone else? That's knowledge. What are you more knowledgeable about than anybody else you know? Now you're going, yeah, but John, I don't want to. This feels weird. I'm bragging on myself. I don't want to do that. So here's what you do. Flip it to, what would your friends say you are really good at doing and knowing? So don't answer from your perspective, but from the perspective of your friends. What would they say that you're really good at and that you were really smart about? So once you start to do that, then you need to go, wait a minute, I'm really good at this, I'm really good at that. How has my stutter made me better at those things? I think you're going to realize how stuttering has shaped you into being a better you with those stuttering gifts that it has given you. That's idea number 1. Play big. Idea number 2 is, you got to celebrate small wins. Many times we only want to celebrate the big stuff. No, yes, we want to play big, but playing big first starts with celebrating small wins, because those small wins add up to big wins. So, ways to celebrate small wins. In a conversation, do not word swap. I'm guilty of that. I word swap all the time. And if you go through a conversation and say exactly what you want to say, that is a small win that you should celebrate. Let's go back to the drive-through. Celebrate the fact that you chose to put yourself in an uncomfortable spot to order your food through a drive-through and not through the fast food app. Celebrate that small win of calling someone instead of texting them. Those are small wins. But again, those small wins can add up to have big impact. Play big idea number 3. And at the end of this, you're going to be able to go to a spot where we have all of the slides there. I know I'm going through them kind of fast, but there is going to be a spot where you're going to have all these slides that you can go back to. Play big idea number 3 is, find a stutter buddy. What I mean by finding a stutter buddy is this: find an accountability partner. Find someone else who stutters, or maybe someone who doesn't stutter, but you need to have them help you to be accountable in life. If it is a person who stutters and so forth, that's even better, because you can hold yourself both accountable and you can talk about the issues you are dealing with on a one-on-one basis. Y'all should check in periodically, let's say twice a month. And your accountability partner, your stutter buddy, should challenge you to play bigger in life, just as you should challenge them to play bigger in life. So find a stutter buddy, get an accountability partner to make sure that you are playing bigger in this world. And if you aren't, your accountability partner should call you out on that. Play big idea number 4. Follow this mantra. Let go, have hope, say yes. Let go, have hope, say yes. Letting go. That is about trying to free yourself from the anger, fear, shame, and reluctance that stuttering has on you. It's freeing yourself of that. It is accepting how you talk. If you are an adult and still stutter, you're going to stutter for the rest of your life. It's just how you talk. To me, I call my stutter my accent. It's just what makes me uniquely me. And let go of the struggle you may have to hide or suppress your stutter. Just put it out there. Everyone who you talk to and sees you stutter, they know you stutter. So why try to hide it? Why not put it out there? And yes, sometimes that means you disclosing you stutter, but letting go is important. Having hope is all about trying to maintain your desire to succeed in life. Yes, life is tough. Yes, the public stigma is real. Yes, doors close on us because of how we talk. That's true, but we need to have hope. Have hope that if we put ourselves in enough awkward, uncomfortable situations, good will happen. Remaining positive through that whole process. Always look for silver linings in anything and everything you do. Always look for the positive in something, and you must have hope and believe that goodness will come in life. It may take time, but nothing comes easy that's worth achieving. So say yes. Saying yes puts you into uncomfortable situations. Saying yes opens doors. When you say yes, you automatically are putting yourself in new positions. Saying no, which is something that I did for years and years and years, closes doors. When I say no, I'm not gonna do something. I'm not putting myself out there to be with people. I'm not putting myself out there to be uncomfortable. Saying yes creates opportunities for you to grow professionally and personally. But it is having the courage to say yes. So letting go, having hope, saying yes. The 5th play big idea is you need to ask yourself this simple question. Am I playing big or small? Playing big or small, whenever you are faced with a decision on how to act and what to do, ask yourself, is doing this playing big? And if it is playing big, do it. But if it is actually playing small, reconsider what you are doing. Choose the option, choose the path that forces you to play big. Choose the path that forces you to be gutsy in what you do. Anytime again that you are faced with a question of what should I do, where should I go, how should I behave, ask the question, is doing this going to make me play big or play small? And if it makes you play small, I don't want you to do that. I want you to choose the option that you will play big. Because playing big means taking risks. Playing big means not falling victim to the why try effect. Playing big means following through on the why not try effect. In summary, the 5 things that I want you to think about as how you can act bigger and play bigger is number 1, identify stuff you're really good at. Once you've done that, go back to see how a stuttering influenced those things you were really good at. Celebrate those small wins. Doesn't have to be big stuff. The small stuff matters. Find an accountability partner. Let go. Have hope. Say yes. And ask the all-important question, am I playing big or am I playing small? So, who is ready to play big by asking the first question? I'm going to stop my screen share. Hopefully I'm back on the screen. Kunal, go.
Yeah, John. So like this concept of playing big. So then, like I know you mentioned too. Yeah, like as people who stutter too. Yeah, like we have to like yeah like a lot of times it feels like we got to overachieve, and so like yeah when you say play big, is it about just like finding opportunities that just like just like push you well outside your comfort zone, and just like seeing if you can accomplish that. I'm just trying to like
Yeah.
better understand like how how to kind of relate that to just to like kind of our daily lives. And
Okay.
um
So Kanal, let's go back 5 years ago. You and I met at an NSA conference, right?
yes.
And we had this conversation about youth wanting to get more comfortable public speaking, right?
Yeah.
That's what you did. You played big by taking improv classes, right? You put
Mhm.
yourself in a difficult and challenging type of situation, right?
Mhm.
And I think those improv classes have changed your life, correct?
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
That is an absolute example for how you purposely chose to play big in life.
Mm. Got it. Yeah.
Okay.
Got it.
And one
Mhm.
thing that you can also think about is big stands for be incredibly gutsy. Be
Got it.
incredibly gutsy.
Mhm.
And guts, having the guts to do something that is going to challenge you. And yeah, you're not always going to win, but in improv, failure is always an option because you know what? It's that next note that you do after you hit a bad note that can make it good or bad. All right. Hey, Izzy.
All right. So one thing which really worked for me years ago when I was like 19, I volunteered for a nonprofit about a cause that I really cared about.
Love it.
And after 5 months, one guy left and he goes, Izzy, apply for my job. And I go, I stutter. You're nuts. I can't apply for your job. I mean, it's talking to people the whole day, right? And he kept on coming at me again and again. At the 12th time, I finally listened and I applied for the job and I got the job. And the job was where I found out. I remember I was on the phone speaking to people, and the first time I experienced people just listening to my advice and the stutter didn't make a difference. And back then, if you stuttered, it was psychological and, etc. You were damaged. And I remember I'm on the phone and I get off the phone and I go, holy blank, I have a brain. That's when I found out. And when you volunteer for a cause you care about, you're willing to take those risks that you might not even be willing to take for yourself. So I really urge everyone to find a cause you care about and go for it, because it's actually easier to. It's funny. It's easier to speak up for a cause sometimes, and it's a great place to start.
I think that is a great place to go there is volunteer. Find something that you're passionate about and volunteer and put yourself in some of the roles there. But I also want to go back to this. If you fell victim to this why try effect 11 times. The 12th
Right.
time you said, why not try? And look what happened when you said yes. It opened a door and it changed you.
It changed to this day. This happened in 1985. To this day, it's changed my life. There are people, when they see me, they think about what I did back then.
Yeah.
And it totally, my biggest mistake about not trying, I love marketing. I love marketing. I was at Queens College. I was going to major in marketing. And I'm walking to the marketing department, and 2/3 of the way through, I go, I can't do this. I stutter. It was the biggest mistake of my life.
Mm-hmm.
One of the biggest mistakes. Yeah. Because
Yeah.
I got stuck. And years later, I found out if you're creative, right, someone else will give the presentation or you'll give the presentation, stutter, but it's the idea, etc. But yeah, biggest mistake was I found the confidence, and then right when I'm almost there, I stepped away.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is there anybody else who has something here? And I know that someone is coming on next because our time is 4:40 and I don't have the schedule in front of me. But is there someone in this room who's coming on after me?
So I think Tom said the next person's not coming on until 5.
Oh, no, 5. Well, guess what? We can stretch this out a little bit. All right. So for some of y'all who did not check this out right here, you can go to playbigtoday.com. You can go to playbigtoday.com. All the slides are there. And it's going to look so much better on the phone than it is on a computer, but all the slides are there from what we talked about here. But I'm going to share my screen because I want to share something that I did that shocked me. So we've seen and heard all about how AI is changing things, and AI can generate so many things, right? I put a prompt for AI to write a song about playing big in life with a stutter. And what it spit out was unbelievably amazing. And then all that I did was I put some video to it where I can change it up a little bit. And within the video, hopefully this is going to make sense as far as how this goes. So I'm going to share my screen. Hopefully my technology is going to work. So 2 people played big by asking questions, but I want to play you this song. Hopefully you're going to hear it because it is really incredible. Get the lyrics are going to pop up on the screen too.
Stuttering my speech, but I won't miss a beat. Every word I say, you know it's so unique. Got me stumbling, I may fumble, but I'll never let my stutter make me crumble. Got dreams so bright, gonna take them to the sky. No need to hide, gonna let my light shine. With every rhyme, gonna break free from my chains. Stutter won't define me, I'll transcend the pain. I embrace my stutter, wear it like a crown. Every single syllable, I won't let them down. Stutter with purpose, every word has a fire. I won't let my dreams be silenced by a wire. Stutter with purpose, every word has a fire. I won't let my dreams be silenced by a wire.
I'm going to stop my screen share. Could y'all hear that? Unbelievable that it was able to hit on so many notes with just an easy prompt. I was shocked by it. And it just, yeah. And it just, there's something about how things can come alive. But I do hope just this easy concept of, am I playing big or am I playing small? I hope that can dictate decisions you make in life so that you will say yes, so that you will be like Izzy, who says, I'm going to do this. It would be like Kunal, who says, I'm going to take the risk of taking improv classes, and it's changed his life. All right. I'm going to put it back out to y'all for any comments or questions, because we got about 13 minutes left if we want. And if y'all want to talk about anything, I'm cool talking about anything. Who wants to play big, or you're all just going to play small? You see what I did there? I'll throw one more card out there. I had a boss years ago, gave me the best advice. And that is, participation is the price of admission. She wanted me, anytime I was invited to a meeting, she wanted me to participate. This was going back 20 years ago, where my stutter was much more pronounced. But she already said, the price of admission is participation. So if there's anything that y'all want to participate with by sharing anything, here's that opportunity to. Thank you, Kanal. Saving me. I was up on stage floundering, and you just adding to the scene here. You're saving your partner.
John, one thing I want to ask you is that, like, I feel like do 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 you have any advice of how do you balance like playing big with like being, being like content and like, because I feel like anytime you play big, you're increasing the stakes, you're adding pressure, like more stress, and so yeah, like how do you kind of balance that with like with like with also just wanting to be like happy and like content and as well like there, does that make sense?
No, yeah, it does, but it goes back to small wins. You don't have to do the big shit. Just do small steps. Those small steps are going to add up. And it's just putting yourself in a slightly uncomfortable situation. And so to me, that's all that is. And you don't have to always go for the home run. Singles and doubles get you on base. And that's all that I want us to do. I just want us to play in the game, to be in the game. I'm sick of seeing people who stutter on the sidelines. I'm sick of seeing people who stutter sitting on the bench and not putting themselves out there. I realize it. I know this. The public stigma is real. Putting yourself out there, put yourself up to be ridiculed, to be laughed at. I tell this story. Back in October, I was laughed at for how I talk. I am ordering food from a food truck. They're gonna get it to me, but I have to give them my telephone number because they're gonna text me when my food's done. There. So I have to go through, and I know I'm gonna stutter on forward. I said it just like that. The 20-something, young 20-something behind the counter laughed, but it was more than that laugh as far as, oh, that's weird. No, this person stepped away from the point of sale, bent over, and belly laughed something hard. I'm 53. I'm being laughed at by a 22-year-old girl, ridiculed, mocked, solely because I had a hard time saying 4. So what did I do? I played big. When I say I played big, I stood up for myself. And I looked at her and I went, excuse me, I stutter. It would take me longer to say some words. And do you realize you just laughed at someone with a disability? Do you just realize you laughed at a grown man? How does that make me feel being laughed at age 53? How small do you feel now, knowing that you did what you just did? And I'm telling you, I went off. So much so, this person was almost in tears. And you know what? I would do it again. And I would do it again. And I would do it again. I closed by saying and telling her, you will never, ever laugh at another person who stutters, because this happened right here, right now. I made you feel like shit because you made me feel like shit, but you're never going to do it again to anybody else, right? That's how I closed that off. I felt bad, but I felt good. I did follow up about an hour or so later. I apologized to her, but I still said I would do it again. All right. Hey, Stephanie. Sick'em.
We have that in common. I don't know if people know that about us. Hello, it's been some time since we've been in the same space together, and I see so many familiar faces. I just wanted to say thank you for the reminder to push, to try harder, and to not give up on yourself, because most of the time when we don't try, even if it's a small step, when we thought a big one was the answer, a small one's the answer, and usually we're the ones that get in our own way, which is valid. But if you try that little step, you might surprise yourself. So I just want to say that. Thank you.
And you're someone who epitomizes this play big. Because your health stuff, and I won't go into that type of stuff, but I think everyone here kind of knows that, is that you daily. And what I also think is really cool is the fact that you have accountability partners. You have accountability, means you put yourself out there on social media, giving updates. You got your husband giving us updates, and we're here and we feel you, and we know that you're playing big, because you have to play big for you to overcome some of the obstacles that you have in this life. So you live it every single day, and I admire you for that, Stephanie.
Oh, thank you. I look up to you as well. Thanks for saying that.
Absolutely. So again, I put in the chat, play big today, because all the slides are there, including the video that y'all saw. So you can always go back to that. That was just something fun that I did kind of on a whim on Friday. So cool. Gregory, we got about 5 or so minutes and you're on. So I'm just letting you know, I got you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah. Go
Start a little bit early too, if that works. It's my first time doing this, so I don't know what not sure what the ground rules are here.
There are no ground rules. We get to make them up.
That works for me.
We can go outside the box on this Zoom. That's so fun. Outside the box on this Zoom call here. Hey, hello. Is there anybody else that has a comment or question regarding this play big, be incredibly gutsy idea? Come on.
Yeah, one more for me, John, is like, so whenever you do find that thing that you want to play big, is it important to have like the outcome that you want in mind, or no, is the exercise more like is just kind of like jump in and just kind of like be in the journey, whatever that looks like?
Man, I'm going to go back to what we talked about earlier. Life is improv. Everything we do is improv, and our scenes play out every single day. We don't know what's going to happen throughout our day, but if we put ourselves in positions for things to happen, we have to trust in our instincts, trust within our abilities that we're going to be able to navigate whatever gets thrown to us. So for me, I generally don't look for the outcomes. I instead have hopes of what it could be, but I just want to try hard. And I have, good or bad, I have a pretty good ego, and I got pretty good confidence that I know ultimately it's going to end up good. Might not be exactly how I really envisioned it, but I'm going to get from point A to point B, and it just might be a different path. Same as how I talk. I might have to go this, and this, but I'm going to get over to here. You know.